you know Justin Bieber is, right? There's currently a narrative about Justin Bieber online that he's going through a difficult phase. I followed Justin Bieber very closely since I was a teenager because he was roughly my age. And I remember seeing this meteoric rise when I was in the 8th grade of this new singer who's come through, who's become a global sensation. Then as he reached the pinnacle of success, he started being mocked. People started calling him stupid. That became an online narrative about him. I'm pretty sure it pushed him into some kind of depression. And then you didn't hear about Justin Bieber for a few years. And then he comes back with this very mature take on music. And I remember hearing his music at that moment, and I felt like his voice has changed, his energy has changed. And I thought that, wow, this guy has redeemed what people said about him. And here we are today. He must be in his early 30s at this point. And there's clearly some suffering going on. But how can you blame just his choices and his free will for the suffering he's going through?
Great question. First of all, it's important to not use the word blame. Causation doesn't have good or bad. Causation just is causation. The fact that some choice of his had a ripple impact into an experience now that is unpleasant. I wouldn't use the word blame because what I know about personal suffering, because I've experienced a lot of personal suffering, and in the midst of great prosperity and great blessings, also very deep suffering. And what I know about suffering is it leads to a depth within, an awareness within, an openness within that I wouldn't trade for anything in the world.
You stop judging other people when you go through suffering yourself.
And you understand the truth of who you are on a very, very deep level. So I don't know enough about his life. I mean, I certainly know that he's a musician. If he's suffering now, my guess would be that a lot of it has to do with being in a situation in which your identity is something that is projected upon you. I mean, it's very hard to be a public figure of any kind, especially someone on that level of public icon success, without having people's projections impact how you think about yourself. So people are projecting love and adoration on you and you feel good. People are projecting something else on you and you don't feel good. But there's a third aspect to it, which as you get older and deeper starts to really impact you as well. Even at the height of success, very, very frequently there is an inner depression. Rates of addictions, rates of depression, rates of eating disorders are huge, far beyond general population. What you realize is, oh my God, all of these people, they don't love me. They love this image. It's not the core of who I am. God forbid should you age or should you get acne, that, for a while the face doesn't look so good. What does that mean about your identity? If everybody only loves you based on what you look like, or based on how well you play a sport, or based on a role you play, or how well you sing, inside there's bound to be an emptiness. Because at the core, we all want to be seen and known on our deepest levels. It's why in relationships, so many times what you hear is, but just listen to me, like I want you to understand, let me explain. Why? And that would be why it would be so important to have a parallel spiritual path. Nothing wrong with being an actress, a model, a singer, a commercial person, no problem. But you would have to balance it with something that really touched you and filled you on a much deeper level, and with a community of people who knew you on a deep level and who you allowed to see you on a deep level and who you trusted on a deep level to be open and vulnerable and real with. And if you didn't have that, I think it would be very, very difficult.
Yeah. Extending this musician conversation, there's two other musicians who I admire deeply, Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole. They're known for their lyrics and their depth in their music. And they both have famously said that they lean upon meditation or solitude as a means to just cope with the fame. I think everyone wants money, fame, and success without understanding that it attracts problems as well.
Yes.
And you got to do daily rituals to wash off those problems. You need isolation.
Absolutely.
So Kendrick Lamar said that he needs 30 minutes to himself every day.
Yes.
And J. Cole said that he doesn't need solitude every day, but every time he's feeling anxiety, his quick switch is to sit down in solitude and just go within.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Think about it. If you were sitting with someone and they were sick, they got food poisoning or they were having a stomach virus and they threw up on you, first thing you do is you need to go take a shower because you need to get their literal vomit off of you. But people are not only literally vomiting on us. In a lot of ways, they're energetically vomiting on us with their projections, with their expectations, with their agendas, with their comments now on social media. And so, of course, you've got to use that solitude, use that meditation as a spiritual shower to get those projections off, to get back to who are you without the vomit of the world on you. You have to, otherwise I think you would be very challenged.
If you enjoyed today's clip, make sure you check out these curated playlists that we've made especially for you related to the subject that was spoken about in this clip.